And welcome back to episode 9, right? 9? Yeah, we just said on 9.
We just said 9.
Episode 9 of Girl, Geek, and the Gay. I am Jose. Here to my left, I have the lovely Megan.
Hello. Sorry, I had goldfish cracker.
And the beautiful Jaime.
Hi. I have no goldfish crackers.
Yeah, because Megan doesn't share.
I know, selfish.
Megan keeps her crackers to herself.
I have my Cheez-Its over there.
I brought my own snacks.
I'm just kidding.
You never have snacks.
I have snacks for you today.
Yeah,
I have,
today you never
two
do.
big ass bags of stuff and Cheez-Its.
I didn't want to bother anybody, so I brought my own snacks.
I bought them like yesterday or something, or the day before. Actually, Adolfo bought them.
Well, thank you.
Adolfo's great. Adolfo, thank you also again for the audio.
Yay.
Like, these last few episodes, we've sounded really good compared to episodes prior to these.
Oh. Yeah.
But how you guys doing today?
Doing good. It's not as warm as it's been, and I like that. Today was actually pretty cool earlier, especially in the day, and it felt really nice to be out and getting fresh air.
See, I wake up and I come here, so...
It's 1 o'clock.
That's just a lot of judgment coming from that area. Megan, how you doing?
I'm good.
More crackers?
Yes.
When did you sneak that one into your mouth?
When
I
you were
saw her.
talking.
I saw her. She rolled all the way back too. How you doing, Jose?
I'm doing okay. I had a birthday thing on Friday.
Okay.
So I went out with a few friends.
TFTI,
Well,
but yeah.
well, we didn't even go out. We just
Sure.
hung out, right?
Mr. Popularity.
Oh, man. So the worst part about birthdays is having to see people. Because everybody wants to hang out, right?
Can relate, yes.
But
I don't.
and that's why I love you, Megan. This is why you and I just work. Megan's still trying to just
Sneak
shoot-
crackers in over there.
We need to feed Megan before we start.
Yeah.
I'll bring fruit next time so it's not loud.
It's quieter.
The good thing about Megan though is like if you're gentle enough, she'll eat right out of your hand.
No, my God. Oh my God.
Shut up.
Yeah. So it was funny though, because all right. So normally I try to make it a point to always get home, like right.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had so much to drink, I ended up passing out in their bathroom.
Oh, wow. And
And
this
then-
was the other girl and the other gay,
Yeah,
right?
the other girl and the
Got
other
it.
gay.
The ones that I'm mad about. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one. Those the replacements.
The replacements. Got it. Yeah. I still
Really?
have your podcast stuff. But
No, you suck, Megan.
Aw.
Shut up. Eat your crackers.
I am.
So they set out a whole air mattress for me, right? I just ended up just passing out there and sleeping there.
Crazy.
But now there's just my chest hurts still,
Goodness.
and,
Okay.
and I can only breathe in so much.
What the heck?
I know. I think I'm dying.
Don't say that.
So.
So
you-
urgent care after this?
you
Is that
guys
what we're
might-
doing?
You guys might need a third.
Duh. Stop. That's terrible.
But I mean, not bad. Just been working. I actually got some sleep,
Nice.
more or less. I went to bed like at 3:30. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Okay. I have aspirin, by the way. That helps with chest stuff. Just
I-
FYI.
I don't know if it helps with the breathing. It's okay. Small, shallow breath. You know, it keeps things interesting.
Okay.
Gives me a little lightheaded, so it's easier to
Like you
let the
can't
cider
breathe?
kick
You're
in.
having trouble breathing?
I
Do you
can
have a
breathe.
fever?
I just
Do
can't
you have a
breathe hot.
cough?
I just can't take deep
Do you have
breaths.
diarrhea?
No, and no, maybe.
Was that due to the Taco Bell? Or?
Oh my God.
The Taco Bell's always the culprit.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was my weekend.
Megan's freaking out now.
You have COVID?
No,
Okay. I gotta ask, man.
We gotta stick a nose thing in your nose.
a nose thing in my nose.
Yes. That thing. I don't know what else to call it.
But yeah, like that was my weekend. I mean, other than that, just work. Cause that's how I roll. Damn it, Megan.
I'm listening. I don't need to talk right now.
Well, I've been trying to throw it to you, but every time I look over, you're hiding in the
I
corner.
don't want to be rude. I just want to sit over here and eat
Just
my
my
crackers.
precious.
You said you didn't say I had to talk. You said I had to be here.
So what have you been up to, Jaime?
Nothing. Just walking a lot. I talk about walking all the time, but it's
I
only
know,
I
yeah.
love walking apparently. So I've been going to Long Beach a lot to walk, and that's really nice.
Like across the street?
Yeah, like the LBX. No, I go all the way to I guess it's Ocean.
Do you walk there from here?
No, I'm not
Yes.
crazy. I start on Ocean, and so I walk from.
You
like,
drive to walk.
I drive and then I walk. Yeah, because I go meet my other friend Jose in Long Beach.
Damn, there's another
There's
Jose.
another
huh?
Jose.
Oh, you're over here complaining that there's another girl and another gay.
Well, we go hang out with my friend Jose. We walk from a certain point past like the BBC, and then all the way to the end, all the way to the end of like that little Long Beach area. So it's a good walk. It's a really good, but it's refreshing because it's nice. It's beachy. There's lots of like fresh air. So it's been a lot of fun.
Hey, what time did you wake up?
I'm usually up like around 5:30 to 6, more or
Why?
less. Well, he wakes up really early.
Like, that's the time I'm going to bed.
He wakes up really early. So usually, I like
You
my
know they
mind
can't see
says,
his point, right?
well, yeah, he, as in my fiance, wakes up really, really early. And so I'm used to waking up kind of around that time. And sometimes I just get up and I go back to sleep. But lately, I've just been going for walks. So yeah, it's been worth it. It's been
All
fun.
right. Damn it, Megan, I saw that out of the corner of my eye.
Shut up.
So, Megan, what have you been up to?
I'm trying to eat goldfish crackers, but you guys won't let me. Stop talking to me.
No. I am specifically talking to you because I know you got goldfish in your mouth.
Shut up.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, okay.
Refreshed.
All right, so on today's episode, we are going to talk some Suicide Squad because I watched it.
Same. Wait, did you though?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I watched it.
Okay, you actually watched it.
I
Got
mean,
it.
it was on.
Okay.
It was on, and I was there in the
Okay.
same room.
Okay.
But first, we did want to throw it to Megan a little bit because we all love the sound of her melodious voice.
No, you don't.
And are you going to tell us like a wonderful murderous story?
No, because Jose is a piece of trash.
Okay, look.
He was like, I would rather paranormal, but I know you like murder and crime.
Yeah, so I
I'm like,
gave you
yes,
the option.
I do like
Okay.
murder and crime.
So,
Okay.
so the one thing I asked Megan not to do in her little segment was lights in the sky story. Because I do not care for lights in the sky stories.
Okay.
You know, all these alien stories,
Yeah.
and people are just like, yeah, I was walking down the street and all of a sudden there was some lights in the sky and they went left and then they went right and then they went up and then they went down. You know what? I'm bored. I don't care. I don't care about the lights in the sky, okay?
I have a lot of those stories, personal.
I have
stories.
personal stories
Personal
about lights in the
stories.
sky. So
But
you know what? I don't
mine
tell
are
them.
real and yours suck.
I don't tell them because they're boring. Nobody cares. Nobody. You saw lights in the sky. Ooh.
Oh, I didn't see lights in the sky.
You didn't see lights in the sky?
No, it was like I'm just gonna say UFO because it's unidentified
Yeah.
flying object. But what fucking sucks is that it was the 90s and you had that big ass with the RCA
That
camera.
Wow.
Like,
That
'cause
handheld,
we would
well,
bring
not
it.
even handheld,
It
it was
was
shoulder
handheld. That
held.
shit was on your shoulder.
It was a bazooka.
It was basically like, you know how like where you see like movie stages or whatever, and then like the cameraman
Yeah.
they're like running around. That's how it.
The
what it
Maury
looked
guy?
like. Yeah, like,
The more
trying to get the fight.
Yeah.
but it's so like it's a huge ass camera, but it's potato quality.
Yeah.
So, and like I get it. Like I get it back then, you know. But what I don't get is now. When you like see like something paranormal and then it's potato quality, I'm like,
yeah.
excuse me?
Yeah.
Like,
What
where-
kind of phone do you have?
Exactly. Yeah, and
Let
that's
me
what.
sell you something better.
And it's weird because
Down, Megan.
and it's because and that's what it's always what makes the videos always like less what do you call
Believable.
it? Less believable, exactly, because it's like what age are we in that the quality of these videos are so great, and like we have all these shit ass videos of all these quote unquote UFOs that happened yesterday, and it's
Yeah.
like, really guys, nobody has an iPhone 12 Pro Max, you know, like at this
Yeah,
point with that camera.
But isn't
know?
it funny now, right, that we really don't get that anymore? Like I haven't heard stories now anymore, like or videos, I should say, not stories.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
You
Too many
good?
crackers. Yeah, no, don't
right.
do it. Don't do it. Oh my god, you too. It too, Jaime.
It too.
Damn.
What does that mean?
You too,
It's-
Brutus?
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a Caesar. You know.
Julius
Julius
Caesar.
Caesar.
When he
Et
was
tu,
stabbed by
Brute?
Brutus.
Okay. But
Like
why?
Brutus was
Well,
his best friend.
it's like, and you, Brutus, because he comes up at the end and delivers the final blow, like when he's getting stabbed by the Senate,
Yeah.
and he delivers the final blow, and then the last like phrase is "et tu, Brute," which is "and you, Brutus," which is
because
like
they're
he's
friends.
like shocked,
Like
yeah.
you and her.
Got it.
Yeah.
I
This
thought
is
you
her
call-
way
I
of
thought you called me an it.
This is her admitting you guys are friends.
Win.
No, we're not friends anymore. You
By
see
accident.
what happened, right?
Reset. Okay.
Dinged me.
So
But no, but isn't it like I just thought it was like funny, like how like now you don't see videos of like things in the sky, and if you do, it's like
You could debunk them a lot easier.
yeah, and it's still potato quality. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like what I have been seeing, because I watch a lot of YouTubes, guys. I kind of live on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
But
really, I didn't know this.
yes, you
Tell
do.
me more.
No, yes, you do. Not want to talk about it. But
Tell me more about slots.
oh my. Do you want to know? Because I've been watching some
Oh my
really
God.
good BC slots, guys. It's great for the anxiety. But anyways, you know how they have like the top fives or whatever? I specifically watched just Nuke's top 5 because he has like the best voice. He's not like that Dylan is chillin' guy. Like I can't
Yeah, I remember
stand
that
him.
guy.
And then, well, so far he has like the like kind of coolest videos.
Although I
I've
need
seen.
that audio clip.
Oh god.
Adolfo, minute 11.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
But so like now what I've noticed is that you see shadow people.
Yeah.
Like shadow people is like a big thing now. Like
Yeah.
you see like you know, something lurking in the doorway or passing by, and the quality's pretty good. So you're just kind of like, you know.
The shadows are really hard to create too.
I don't think so.
I'm being
Nah.
sarcastic.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because there's some where you just like kind of like, you know, go by and you're just like, okay,
Yep,
you know.
that's a shadow. Terrifying.
I don't know. See, but that's the thing though, because I know you're being an asshole, but
Oh my God.
at the same time, it's like,
I'm a sweetheart, Megan.
no, you're not. But like at the same time, it's like when you have experienced things, like, because I haven't had experience with like crazy shadow people. Like everyone's like, oh, shadow people are everywhere. No, they're fucking not. But for me, it's more like
The Vashta Narada.
yes, so
Doctor Who.
the Vashta-Narada.
Yeah, the Forest of the Dead, first episode of River Song. All the shadows.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
You
really-
remember that?
I don't
Sure.
know the names.
I do.
I don't know the
God damn
titles
it.
of names.
No, that's the name of the aliens of those shadows.
Yeah, I don't know the
the
names.
things that live in
I
the-
barely know the names of Suicide Squad people, man. I'm like, I don't even write them down. But anyway,
Because you know them.
you're interrupting me.
Okay, keep talking. Shadows.
No, yeah. So okay, but like, I know some of them. Like, obviously, not everything is real, you know. But when it comes to like shadow things, it's kind of like, okay, like sometimes you do see something like, you know, go by. It could be like a trick of the light or whatever,
Mhm.
right?
And you have great eyesight too.
Well, no, when I was younger, I did, and now it's just trash.
Before the furious masturbation.
Oh my God.
That's you, Jose.
They told you you'd go blind.
Oh my God. And lose your arm, apparently?
Yeah, Megan's playing
And
hurt.
the sad-
She's in a sling.
The sad part is that I'm right-handed, not left-handed.
Megan.
That's how she hurt her left arm.
Oh my goodness.
It just wasn't used to it.
That's what happens when you try to be, what is it, ambidextrous?
Yes.
Dang it. I shouldn't have tried something new. Anyways. But okay. So, my story doesn't come from like, okay, like shadow people.
YouTubes?
I just want to
Oh.
talk about it.
Wow. We went on a long detour.
But no shadow people.
No, I was just talking about shadow people because I don't know. I do have experience with like maybe one thing, but not really like anything shadow people. Because back in my day, things are actually scary. But no, like okay, the first memory that I do have of anything like kind of like paranormal happening was when I was like maybe like I want to say like 9, and I received a doll from one of my aunts. Like she's like, I don't know, like I don't remember her that well, honestly. But
The
whatever.
doll or your aunt?
No, I remember the doll. I don't remember my aunt.
Just making sure.
Well, she's like one of those people that doesn't come around anymore, like she used to.
Mm.
Because the dog killed her.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
All right.
Do you think she
Hold
did?
on. I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm kind of into this.
so you know, like, so I got this doll, and it was kind of weird. Like, she was like blue. She had a voice box, and like it would go off periodically, and I was like, this is weird. Like, you know, it just kind of goes off. But then again, it's like, okay, like some things were emotion sensitive, like, or you know, maybe the voice box was faulty. So I shared a room with another aunt at the time, and she would always get kind of really annoyed. She's like, oh, like, shut the stupid doll up. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Just gotta let it play out. I don't know how to stop it. And so we had this let's see, like a vanity that had like a shelf on top. And you can put like stuff up there, and I had most of my plush toys up there. And so she grabbed the doll and she put it on top. She thought that maybe because it was on my bed, like where I was moving it somehow, or like when I moved it, it would make it go off.
Yeah.
So she grabbed it and she puts it on top of the shelf. And like, I remember we were sleeping and it started to go off again. It started singing. That's what it would do. It would sing.
That's not terrifying at all.
Not at all.
No, it's not. It's soothing. But anyway.
In the middle of the night, 3 p.m. 3 a.m. Excuse me.
I don't know what time it was. I was a kid. But, you know, so it started going off, and she's like, ugh, like, this thing's broken, you know? So she was, like, really, like, she would get really annoyed, and she's like, because I guess, I mean, yeah, it would annoy you. Like, even now I'm, like, sensitive to, like, things. I'm like, oh, shut up. But anyway, so.
And that's when she's awake.
Okay, that's it. Anyways, but, so she grabs it and she takes out the battery. She turns it off. No, it had like a switch. So she turns off the thing. She didn't take out the batteries. She just turned it off. She put it back on top. And we didn't hear it for, I don't know, like a while. And then one day I was playing in the room and she was outside the room. She opens the door and she comes in, and as she walks in, it goes off again, and she's like, it's broken, you know? So she actually takes the batteries out, and I was like, well, since the batteries are out, can I have it on my bed now? Like, because I wanted to play with it. And
terrible.
That's disgusting. I was a little kid. I was 9 years old.
I don't know what you're doing.
Don't be that guy, dude.
Oh my god, stop.
But anyways, so we put it on my bed, and that night it goes off, and she's like, okay, fuck no.
Yeah.
So she like grabs the doll and she throws it in the trash, like outside, and like nothing like weird, like it didn't come back or anything like that.
Damn,
like
that's kind of what I was hoping
no,
for.
it didn't. But we got rid of it, you know. And my grandma was like, where's the doll like that your aunt gave you? Like, you know, she went out of her way to get you that doll. And I was like, it was broken. It kept singing.
Oh my
And then like my aunt's like, it wasn't broken. She was like, that thing was possessed.
Oh my
and
god.
I was like, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, and then because like when I was a kid, I was like really religious. I was raised in like Catholic household with my grandma, so it was all like everything.
El
like,
demonio.
yeah, everything. Like, I would have a nightmare. She'd be like, tus pecados, like your sins. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I sinning?
Yeah.
I'm 5 years old.
Yeah.
Like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
But so things like that.
That
Like,
Catholic guilt is real, man.
Yeah.
no, it really was. Like, I
Yeah.
was like scared of everything when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And like when she said that, like, oh, it was possessed, you know, I was like, oh crap. So I was like really scared of like things like that, like from then on, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just strange. It was really weird. Like, I mean, maybe I don't know like how it would power itself at that point. Like, this is the 90s. Like, it's not anything that's like super future tech. So I was wondering, like, okay, like maybe it could have been something faulty, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think so. Once you take out the batteries, like, you
Has no
shouldn't,
power.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it shouldn't run anymore.
Yeah.
But that was like the first ever, like, I guess, experience that I've had that was paranormal that I can remember.
Yeah.
And then in that house, like there's like other stories. I'll tell those later. Like
Yeah.
one
Oh,
story
nice.
per.
I want to know more. Yes.
Yeah, one story per like
Per episode.
Like yeah, but
Crazy.
yeah, like it was really intense. Like
Yeah.
and I can remember like the doll, and I remember it singing, and like I can remember like my aunt just being like frustrated, but then like really scared. Like she
Yeah.
was really scared. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like she was kind of a tough chick, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
For her to be
afraid
yeah.
of a doll, she was like, no. I was like,
Crazy.
yeah. So that I think that frightened me even more.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
because
yeah.
she was scared, and I was like, the devil's coming. He's coming.
Te va a jalar las patas.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still afraid of that. Shut
What'd you
up.
call me? No, dolls to me, like, I think because of Chucky, like, you know, back in the day, and when I was a kid, the dolls always traumatized me. It was always like just any type of doll situation like would freak me out. There was a lot of shows and movies around that, like growing up when I was a kid, that had to do with dolls and being possessed. And I remember like Puppet Master maybe even being like something like that was about it. There was all these like dolls that you could find underground, and it turned out that they were like, same thing, they were possessed. But I mean, it was all TVs, right? And I remember my sister had a doll that would open and close its eyes.
Your sister.
Really, my sister, it wasn't mine.
Sure, go ahead.
It was yours, Jose. I don't want that. No, but my sister had the doll.
Damn it with the crackers.
I didn't like dolls anyway, especially the ones
I
that
need a snack when I hear something cool.
But I hated those dolls that would open and close their eyes, and nothing happened. It's just they were
creepy.
big dolls, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're like, you're a kid, and the doll is like half your size, and then opens and closes its eyes. Fuck that. I remember I threw away my sister's doll. Nobody ever knew what happened to that fucking doll, because it was horrifying. Like, it was just scary. Like, I hated dolls. I hated anything to do with like dolls that like did stuff like that. So I can relate.
My mom.
See, and that was the thing though, like, because I had a lot of dolls when I was a little girl, you know,
Yeah.
like, and I still have this one doll. I'll send you guys a picture of it. That way you guys can like see.
Post it on Instagram.
No.
Okay, send it to me so I can post on Instagram.
Okay. But I have this doll that she's about, I want to say maybe like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
I've had her since I was like maybe like 3.
Yeah.
And her name is Little Megan because she's mine. But she kind of looks like Chucky a little bit, you know?
Fun.
She is. All right. First of all, but this is when I was a kid, I would be like, because ever since that happened, I'd be like, I'd have Little Megan on the bed with me, and I'd be like, she's going to fight off all the other dolls that are trying to kill me.
She's your protector.
Yeah. So she's like,
It's Godzilla versus all the kaiju.
pretty much. Like,
Alright.
she's great. Like,
I'd watch that.
I still have her.
There
Like,
you go.
I'll send you guys a picture because my cousin was like super freaked out.
We'll post it on
about her.
Instagram.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my mom used to have a porcelain doll, like just one, and it was a creepy looking doll. But one of my buddies, like, he lived with us once for a while because he got kicked out.
Yeah.
He was terrified of dolls.
Oh my god.
So every time he was sleeping, I would take this doll
Yeah.
and put it either next to the bed
Yeah.
or like on his chest once. So like he'd wake up and the first thing he sees is this porcelain doll
Fuck.
and just freak the hell out.
Traumatized.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah. Do you guys know those like the Mexican style marionettes?
Yes.
Oh my god, Dolph used to have 2 of those in his place. I'm like, it's not gonna last very long. I don't know where they're at now that I think about
He
it.
threw them away like he did his sisters.
You're welcome. I saved your life. Those things are creepy. They're really cool. They're creepy dolls.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I like dolls still, so I'm
Cool.
not really like one of those people that's like, oh, dolls are so scary. Like porcelain dolls, I don't like. I think they're weird, but
Yeah.
everything
And then
else.
they
I'm kinda
break.
like,
Like they could
They
break.
break easily.
Like what if like
Yeah.
half the face is missing?
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, but it's creepy as fuck.
Megan's like, I want
Yeah.
a porcelain doll now.
Only if it's broken like that, and it has to like have like an evil spirit possessing.
Oh
it.
my god. I have this.
I'll check eBay.
Okay, thank you.
I have this toy. I guess it's a doll. It's a doll stop. I've had it since I was 2 months old. I call him Blue Boy. So kind of your story about styles. Hey, gross. I was a child. What's up with you today?
Exactly. Exactly.
But
Sure.
he has a rattle inside of him too. like you shake and it like it makes a noise and something. No voices, thankfully. But poor little thing. It's like old as fuck at this point. But his name is Blue Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's so awesome.
That's
I'm
cute.
just sharing it, but he's not haunting me, thankfully.
He's gonna fend off the marionettes that are coming back for you.
all the anime stuff that we have on our walls.
That was my logic. Like when I was a kid, I was
No, that's
like,
cute.
this one's gonna fight everyone
There you
else,
go,
and then
yeah.
I think that's how I felt better.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, this one's gonna end up fighting all the other scary animated toys that are
Wow.
trying to kill me. So I'm like, all right. And then I would prop her. Like I would make her sit. Like you know how usually you would lay down, cuddle your toy.
Yeah.
I would make her sit and watch. So that
Keeping
way,
guard.
Yeah. That way, if she saw anything weird,
Yeah.
she was gonna get up for battle. And
Yeah.
sometimes she had weapons.
Oh my god, you were an awesome child. You're ready with your dog.
Well, that's what happens when you
Yeah.
live in fear. Because like
Yeah.
like I said, like I grew up in a Catholic household,
Yeah.
and everything I did was bad. So
Yeah.
it was like, oh, if I, like, my grandma would be like, go to bed, because then like if you don't go to bed, the dead are gonna pull your feet.
Jeez.
Like te van
Yeah.
a jalar los pies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ah. And then even till today,
Yeah.
I can't sleep without my feet being wrapped in a blanket. Like,
Wow, yeah.
Even I don't wear socks when I sleep because I think that's stupid. But I have to wrap my feet.
My feet get cold.
That's stupid. Don't do that. Wrap your feet in the blanket. So I have to tuck them in. So
Yeah.
everything else, like even if it's like hot, like I take off the blanket, like
Yeah.
off everything else except my feet. Like I just
Yeah.
tuck my feet in and make sure they're wrapped right, because I don't want the dead pulling my feet.
Yeah,
Man.
isn't it crazy the stories that your families tell you, and then they create these things even till you're much older. Like you have these like certain, you could even call them traumas that you're like you lived through, you know. And to kind of like bounce off that little story that you were telling about your feet, my mom used to tell me that if I didn't drink enough water before I went to bed, that in my sleep my soul will leave my body looking for water, right? And sometimes it could go to like a mass, right? Like a river or a lake or the ocean, right? Just to drink water. The thing about that though is that your soul could get lost along the way, like trying to get back to its body. Right? So for the longest, even up until the time when I probably started, when we like around probably about 5-6 years into our relationship with Adolfo, like I had to have water next to me. I had to have a bottle of water next to me, and sometimes there'd be a collection of water bottles next to my bed.
He's fucking signs over here.
I was ready to not lose my soul, y'all.
He's all, look, soul.
Yeah.
We have water here, here, and here. You can't go too far. Okay, I'm right here.
Yeah. Well, hey, no, but it
Can't get lost.
But it was such a like
Mental.
mental thing. Like they engraved it into my mind so much that like it was literally
It's
that.
like a irrational fear.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like I'm like I said, like that's
Yeah.
probably one of the only irrational fears that I have. Like it's like I can't sleep without. Like I know nothing's gonna pull my feet.
No, yeah,
at
but
the
you
same
can't help but
time, like,
wonder.
nah,
Mhm.
we're not taking that chance.
Yeah.
Not today, bro.
I don't keep water bottles anymore, but I still have to drink plenty of water before I go to sleep now. You know, and then part of the reason that I would keep water bottles is because I'm a little afraid of the dark. So I don't want to see shit, you know. So I mean that had a lot to do with it. But I've gotten better at not being afraid of the dark, and then I'm drinking a lot of water before I go to bed. So
Yeah. Hey, you gotta take precautions.
just in case you want your soul to come back.
Just in,
Yeah.
Just
In case you guys have never heard of that, just now you have something to worry about. So.
No, I keep water near my bed, so I get thirsty at night. So.
Oh, okay. Your soul needs its body.
I just-
No, my soul's like, get up, lazy ass, get some water.
I just wait till the next day, like a normal person.
Whatever, Jose.
That's awful. You don't get thirsty.
Yeah, and I just wait till the next day.
Your soul's gonna leave its body. Drink water.
That's okay.
Keep
Your
a water
soul's
bottle
gonna
now.
leave its body and just like stay out. Like
Yeah,
fuck this guy.
you're
That way you
closer
get
to
some
the ocean.
exercise.
You're closer to the ocean than we all are, by the way. So
That's probably why I'm so salty.
true. Yeah. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that.
Our traumas.
I had an excellent childhood, so.
Oh, whatever. Fuck you.
No,
All
you
right.
didn't. I've heard your childhood
You've heard
stories.
us.
No,
You told us a lot of
didn't.
stories. Yeah.
I just got beat like a normal kid.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nobody.
Wow. I'm not laughing at you getting beat, but,
I'm
but I
laughing
am. But
Oh
I
man,
am.
my grandpa would hit me with whatever was nearby.
Oh my god.
And my mom was an expert with that chancla.
Wow.
You didn't
Yeah.
have time to be afraid. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm like, what am I afraid of the ghost for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have real life
Yeah.
chanclas coming at you.
And that's
you
what
gotta-
I was telling you. I was like, because I told him, I was like, I'm not afraid of ghosts or anything like that. Like, I do believe in like supernatural things.
Yeah.
Because I'm religious. Or I'm not now. I really am not. But I was raised like that. So it's kind of engraved into my head. Even though I don't believe in like, I guess, traditional beliefs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling him I'm not afraid of ghosts or like things that are supernatural. I'm more afraid of people. Like true crime scares me.
Yeah.
Serial killers, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like it scares me, but it's cool. Like that scares me more. Like if I want to
Yeah.
be afraid, like I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
what's going on over here?
Yeah.
Like who murdered who?
I
You
just
know?
looked at my
But-
door to make sure it was locked.
Well,
There's-
that's why I would be afraid here in the dark. Like an actual person's gonna come in.
I checked the door a few times before I go to bed.
there's an episode of Supernatural. So in every I think it's season 1 still, and it's still where every episode is a new ghost or a new creature that you're
Yeah.
dealing with. But there's this one episode where one of the brothers just gets kidnapped and the other one's looking for him, trying to figure out which creature took him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he finally finds them, it's just people.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just these hillbillies
Oh,
that
wow.
like to kidnap people and then hunt them.
Wow, crazy.
I
Yeah.
remember that one. Yeah. Sorry.
He just heard you from across the room.
I'm eating crackers.
But yeah, Supernatural, still a great show.
Cool.
You haven't even watched like
No.
episode 2 of What We Do in the Shadows, have you?
No, but you know what I have watched? I watched the whole first season with Capaldi on it. So,
Okay.
Yeah, except for the Christmas special. I haven't seen that one yet. The Christmas special of that first season.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one that was.
Well, I don't know because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't
The last episode I saw had to do with, what's his name? Danny?
Yeah.
And he became a Cyberman.
Yeah.
So spoilers, guys. So, okay, can I talk about
No,
this real quick?
go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, so I liked it a lot more than I thought. That when I text you about Capaldi's doctor, it was in regards to probably like the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was really good, and then the next like 2 or 3 got a little like just boring and a little like a little, maybe dark,
Yeah.
like in a lot of it. I think it got to the like, and then it started kind of picking up again and got a little exciting, which was cool. Like I did notice some like kind of inconsistencies in his doctor's haircut, and that was driving me crazy. It was driving me so crazy, like how he had longer hair one episode, then he had really short hair the next episode. I'm like, why? When did they film these? Like, why didn't they just put it in the order that they filmed them in? But there's certain there was one guy, I think he was the one that did the Cyberman. The writer of the Cyberman episode, I don't think I like the way he wrote those episodes, right? Because they have specific writers for like certain episodes, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Each
Like,
episode has its own
its own writer. So I don't think I like that guy. I can't remember his name. I'll look it up. But I it just didn't give the vibe. I did like Missy a lot.
Missy's great.
Yeah, she's great. She was really great, and I liked how they were kind of playing her through most of the series through that season that I saw. I liked her a lot, but some of the writing for like the episodes that I didn't like, I noticed it was consistently somebody that can't remember his name right now, but it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah, I do think that Doctor Who in Moffat's last few seasons, he has a lot of filler episodes.
Oh, okay.
That didn't need to happen.
Okay,
It was
that was with Capaldi. Is that what
yeah,
you're
with
saying? Okay.
Capaldi,
Uh-huh.
because there's a lot of I think they're usually like 12 episodes
Okay.
per series, and
Okay.
I think they could have done 10.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
there's some episodes that you're gonna watch
Yeah.
and you're like, Capaldi's great in this, but the episode sucks.
Yeah. Do you remember the Cybermen when they like
Yeah, when that's
Danny came back to life, and he was a Cyberman, and they brought back the dead for
Yes.
that reason. So I wanted to like that. I did really want to like it. I like the Cybermen stuff, but it was just like, it was confusing, like a lot of what was going on with that. And then the last scene where like they send in some kid You know,
Oh,
in
yeah.
place of Danny. I mean, I guess it's gonna make more sense when I watch it.
No.
Hopefully, it doesn't.
Well, you don't know what it's for? Why
What
he
that
sent that
kid?
kid? Yeah.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah,
like,
because
what he was saying.
they talk about this earlier. Like the reason Danny is kind of traumatized about his service in the army
Uh-huh.
is because apparently like he went in and he shot some kid.
Oh,
And, like he killed this kid.
okay.
So
So he sent back that
yeah, so
kid.
he sent back the kid he killed.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's explained earlier.
Okay, I did fall asleep at one point.
Wow.
but it's been an interesting. It's not as bad as I thought that it was. And excuse me, I didn't think it was bad. I just hadn't really caught up in like the Capaldi episode. So I'm going to be starting up season 2 of that soon, of his Doctor soon.
I like season 2 a lot better.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll keep you posted.
I think they did three series.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think you said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it's the other doctor, the
And then-
next doctor.
It just kind of ends there, though.
that's it. There's no more
There's
Doctor
no,
Who.
we just got to skip this whole next doctor.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, Jodie.
So I thought I should give you a little update about that. I did like it. I did like it. I like Clara a lot.
I like Clara too.
Cool.
I
Ma-
just like her up until she died.
I haven't seen that yet, Megan.
Well, you're welcome. Spoiler. If you haven't watched it yet, then that's on you. It's been out for a long time.
No, but I like her a lot. I like her person. I didn't like the relationship between. I don't know if if somehow he's gonna come back to life later on, but I didn't like the relationship between her and Danny either, and I don't like the relationship between her and the Doctor. I like her individualism, but I don't like. But then again, I feel like the Doctor does this with all the female companions that he has pretty long term. Is like he like likes them or loves them or something, or he implies that, right?
Yeah.
Or he gives them that vibe, and then they're like, oh yeah, well, like I feel this way about you too, and then it's like, well, I don't really feel that way about you. I'm actually married, you know, to so and so, you know, and so it causes a lot of rifts in other people's relationships because of his kind of indecisiveness.
The only companion that ever matters to me is Donna.
I love Donna, by the way,
love Donna.
but their relationship was pretty clear. Like
It was
like,
fantastic. It was amazing. She
It
was
was.
great.
I just want to mate.
Yeah.
You just want to mate.
She's like, not with me,
Yeah.
buddy. I'm like, yeah.
Like she did not give a damn. No, you got me fucked up. You know? I like River's song a lot too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But in regards to what you were saying about
Yeah.
the Doctor's like romanticism towards his companions,
Yeah.
There in episode 1, like Peter, like Capaldi's Doctor tells Clara, she's like, "I'm not your boyfriend,"
Uh-huh.
and then she's just like, "I never said you were," and then like he pretty much implies like, "I thought I was," you know, like it in his head it was more than it was, and then when he regenerates, he's just like, that's not the relationship that it is.
Yeah.
Because also, you know, the Doctor's, I think he regenerates at like what 2000 at that point. He's around 2000 years old.
Okay.
Clara's 26.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it's like this back and forth between like
the flirty.
Yeah, the flirty, but then also like I do care about you, but then no, I really don't care about you, but then I do, and then the companions are like, well, I do care about you. He's like, okay, I don't care about you. It's just a constant cycle of that, and it affected Clara's relationship with Danny, and Danny was a little too much though.
Yeah,
too.
I didn't much care for Danny.
Yeah, really attractive guy, but he
Yeah.
was too
Oh wait,
much.
was he the teacher?
Yeah, the teacher, the
Okay.
PE teacher. That wasn't a PE teacher. He was a math teacher.
I was like, who's Danny?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. I told you I don't know names.
Yeah.
Capaldi does have a great line in that series though when Clara's like has that last key
Uh-huh.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
TARDIS and she's like, bring him back, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna help you, and then she's like, after everything I did, like I betrayed you and you're still gonna help me.
Mhm.
And then like he says a line that I really like when he says, do you think I care about you so little that betraying me is gonna make a difference?
Oh wow. Yeah.
And I think that's a powerful line.
That
It's
is,
like
yeah.
you just hurt me as much as you could.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna save you.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's awful. That's
Yeah.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and that's awful. And I don't think that's powerful. I think that's really like, it speaks to someone that's like, okay, because he still sees her as like, oh, like you're still like my friend and all that. And it's like, no, when you fucking betray somebody and I give you this gift basically, and you betray me like that, like No, like that's
Yeah.
that's dumb. That's
Yeah.
the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
It's the
So
reality
close.
of some people, though. You know, like some people, like I would say I'm a pretty forgiving person. You know,
And it's
of
stupid.
people.
Stop doing that.
Well, like you know, I don't know why it is
I
that
think
way.
it depends, though. It
Uh-huh.
depends the level of
What they do,
yeah,
for sure.
Of course, like
For
you
sure.
know, don't let somebody hurt you so much that you're just gonna forgive them. That's
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do that. But
and the important part is not to forget yourself in that situation, though, because what happens in those type of situations is you could end up going through that situation and then become jaded for everybody else that comes afterwards, and that's not really
you
a fair.
just kick that person out of your life, and
Yeah.
you're like, "That's it, dude. Get out of
Yeah.
here." Like, no, like that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No, Jose, no. Oh my god.
Note to self: don't piss off Megan.
Yes, by saying stuff like that, Jose.
She will not forgive you.
Yeah, but I'll give you an update on season 2 next. Well, when
Okay.
I get to it for sure. So
Yeah, I like season 2.
Cool.
I like season 2 a lot.
Cool. I really liked the first episode, by the way. With,
I really did,
with
too.
What was I don't remember their names. I just remember the dragon lady or whatever she was.
Wait, no.
Oh, was that the second episode? No, that was the first episode. She was a lizard person.
Oh, I like
Oh.
And
that.
she had her wife.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they had the other guy.
You know, there was like a huge deal. Like the Brits made a huge deal because they kiss the lizard lady and her girlfriend.
Yeah.
like they kiss.
they're married. Okay.
Yeah, well, but
Yeah.
they kiss. You know, when they're trying to hold their breath.
Oh yeah, yeah.
to
yeah.
not be detected.
'Cause
Like
of her lung.
one
Yeah.
gives air to the other.
Yeah.
and like people were just like, "Ooh, a lesbian kiss" on TV, and it's like, hasn't this already been happening? Like, this is 2000. What year was that? I don't even know, but it was. It wasn't that long ago.
Or was it because she was a lizard person?
Maybe
you know.
a lizard woman?
Yeah, but I mean, like
Madame Vastra.
she's a really she was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
Madame Vastra
like
and
those
Jenny.
two characters.
And Strax.
Yeah, there you go. I'm happy you remember their names because I didn't remember that. But they were that episode was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot.
I like how they imply that Sherlock Holmes is written after Madame Vastra.
yeah. She was such an interesting and she's been in the show before. I remember, right?
She was with Matt Smith.
Yeah. So she was really interesting character for sure. So yeah, well, I'll move on to season 2 now of Capaldi's Doctor and give you an update after that.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yay.
I'm gonna go back and
You
watch
look so
it too.
excited. Look
I
at you.
love
Oh,
Doctor Who.
let's talk about it.
And like Capaldi. I love Capaldi.
Okay, watch it and then
I
we'll talk about
absolutely
it.
love Capaldi.
Yeah.
Capaldi's such an angry man.
Can they fix his hair though? Because that's really bothering me.
he has longer hair and
But is it consistently long through the
Yeah.
series? Okay.
yeah.
Because
now
it really went short, long so quickly. Like I wasn't happy with it.
Yeah, every time I think of Capaldi's Doctor, I just think about the way he was dressed, like in the later seasons.
Okay,
Because
cool.
in the first season, he basically just has a suit, right?
Yeah, and it was like yeah, so there's no consistent, like, you know how each doctor has their specific
look?
look to them? I
Yeah.
feel like it's been kind of up and down with him.
Yeah, Capaldi's. In the later seasons, he looks a lot like the first and second Doctor. Like
okay.
like he has a mixture of their two
Oh,
wardrobes.
cool.
I really like it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Well, I'm moving on. So to the next season. So yeah.
All right, but
Let's
I
watch
mean,
it.
since we're moving on,
Yeah.
let's do some Suicide Squad.
Yes. Suicide Squad. Wait, did she didn't have a story to tell, or was that her story?
That
I'm
was her
sorry.
story.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right, Megan, the doll.
Well, yeah, that's my story.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, Suicide Squad. Spoilers.
You guys are bad at this, you know
Spoilers.
that? Both of you.
I really thought. No, I swear you were gonna tell like a murder story because that's what we were talking
Jose
about.
told me not to.
I did not. I said if you want to,
Jose
just
said-
don't tell me lights in the sky stories because I don't care. I don't care
It's
about the
not
lights in
fair.
the sky.
I would prefer paranormal.
I would prefer paranormal.
So there, I gave you a paranormal story.
Paranormal adjacent.
I did more work than I should.
Yeah, but now Suicide Squad, and it's gonna be full of spoilers, guys. So if you wanna,
Yes, if you want to tune out now.
tune out, you can and come back to it later.
Oh
But,
yeah, they could do that too.
yeah. I mean,
Do
it's
that.
a podcast.
Every time people do that, or every time people say that, I'm like, I'm not coming back to that.
I agree. I don't either.
I'm like,
Wait, so okay. How much time do we have so far on this?
44 minutes.
Oh, so, I mean,
Yeah, we could fill another 45 minutes.
yeah, or we can do a separate episode.
You guys want to do a separate episode?
Well, I'm just saying, like, we can stop it now and do
Yeah.
a separate episode.
Now we could just keep going.
Okay.
No, especially because of the way it uploads it. When
Yeah.
people are just downloading stuff, it'll sometimes skip an episode.
Oh.
Because I noticed that when we did the Black Widow episode and the Loki episode,
Yeah, the same day.
it looks like a lot of people just ended up skipping over the Loki episode because it does not have as many plays as the episodes previous to it.
Oh,
or
wow.
the ones after it.
Okay. Cool. Well,
Yeah.
we'll just tell people what we're done. What's up? What is that? All that.
Well said.
Okay. All right. So Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. It finally released. I think it came out Friday, Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday.
What day was that?
I watched it yesterday.
The 6th.
Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
I feel like we're gonna be on the same boat. I hope we're on the same boat about this.
I
but,
mean, I
that's
kind of
all.
hope we're not.
Okay. More conversation about it.
I mean, I know I tuned out at some point.
Okay.
I lost interest. I did feel like a lot of the advertising was just
Misleading.
yeah,
Yeah.
very much so.
Yeah.
And
agree.
I understand, the name of the movie is The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And they wanted to have deaths
Yeah,
in it,
yeah.
but okay. One of the great things, I love seeing Pete Davidson's face get blown in.
Oh my god.
That was probably the best part of the movie.
Yeah. He played Blackguard in the movie.
Yeah, Blackguard.
Yeah. For all 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was, I mean, every scene they were in, we saw in the trailers.
Yeah. For like a majority of the Suicide Squad that we saw in trailers, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see more Nathan Fillion,
Who did he play?
the detachable kid.
Oh, okay.
BTK.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to see more. I like him. I think he's always really good on screen.
Mm-hmm.
What was he on?
Firefly.
Okay.
I'm not good with names, so yeah, that's why I asked
yeah.
you who he played.
Yeah, he's the detachable kid.
Okay.
Mongal.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't do it. Javelin didn't do anything. Javelin
Boomerang
was
was
Captain
Boomerang
Boomerang.
was Captain Boomerang
Yes,
in the
he was
first
in the
movie?
first one.
Okay, I don't even remember him
The
from the
best
first
character, Weasel, got killed. I literally
He
wrote
didn't.
down. I put Weasel, favorite character, and he's dead.
movie. Yeah.
He
It
killed
was-
27 children.
That was the highlight.
I was excited.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just so much they could have done that they didn't.
Yeah.
Also, Michael Rooker as Savant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Michael Rooker is I love him. Like,
Yeah.
he's a badass even when he's running away, and I just
Yeah.
I absolutely like him. Like, I love that guy.
He played Merle in The Walking Dead too. I
Yes,
missed him
he
a
did.
lot. In that
Yeah,
one. He was
yeah,
really great.
and he's what's his name on Yondu?
Oh, yeah,
Mary
dude,
Poppins.
Guardians of the God. Mary Poppins.
Is it? I'm Mary Poppins, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really like. I was looking forward to seeing a little bit more of him.
Yeah.
And he was just.
We didn't see anything of anybody.
Well, that whole first team, which included, like you said, Savant, Captain Boomerang, Javelin,
Weasel.
Mongal, Weasel, TDK, Harley Quinn, and Flag. I guess those were the only two that really survived and continued on into the movie. But it was such a. I like you said, I get that they're the Suicide Squad, right?
They're disposable.
They're disposable, right?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so at least in the first movie, they killed one of them first. Like the only guy that got his head
Slipknot.
blown. I don't even remember his name. Like he was just killed like instantly in the movie, and progressively things happened to other people throughout the movie. Kinda. Because I think most of that team survived or they didn't die.
Yeah, everyone else survived. I think
Yeah.
he's the only one that died.
What about the fire god?
He survived.
He survived? I thought he like blew up or something like that in the end. I don't remember. But
I don't even remember that movie. I was gonna watch it because I usually like to watch like the whatever leading up to the point or whatever.
yeah,
But
it was unrelated.
I didn't even try.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly,
that's another thing. It's because I don't remember it, and I
Mhm.
would like to compare. I like to compare the
yeah,
movies.
yeah,
It's kind of like what I did with Justice League, where I watched the first one and then I watched the
You watched 6
Friday
hours of that movie then?
in
Ugh.
one day.
Oh, and that was another thing. This movie was way too long.
2 hours and 12 minutes. I saw it twice.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Because I'm doing the thing that you do, where you watch it and then take notes afterwards.
Oh no, I took notes during this, and then I even paused it, and I went out to dinner, and I came back to watch it.
Yeah. I put myself. Actually, I saw it the second time yesterday. 'Cause I was like, oh boy, I gotta make notes. Thinking about it, and then about probably like an hour and a half into it, I was like, I'm not taking any more notes about this movie. There's nothing more to say at this point.
You're right, because at one point I just kind of stopped. Like when I came back to it, I stopped taking notes.
Yeah.
And I just watched the movie, and then afterwards I just kind of did a little brief synopsis of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I'm relying on your guys' notes.
Well, I have notes.
Do your own notes. Goddamn work for your show.
It's our show, Megan. It's our show.
I'm not getting paid for this. All right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. This is bullshit. I'm an artist.
Stop moving it so much.
I can't because I can't find a comfortable spot.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'm not really yelling at you. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
just you're like doing all of this with your painful or pinned arm.
It hurts, so I'm trying to find like sometimes if I lift it like this, it'll give it relief.
I'm sorry,
so
I was yelling. I apologize.
No, I don't forgive you, and this is what I mean. You don't just forgive people.
Yeah, if you're asked out, like you're out of the will.
That's it. It's over.
It was funny while watching the movie. At first, I was like, "Is that Tony Hawk?" It's a red flag.
Oh.
I was like, "Is that Tony Hawk?" And then,
it kind of did look like him. That's right.
I was hoping it was, so you could do some kickflips or something. I was like, "Oh man," but no. And then Frank was like, "No, what are you watching?" I was like, Tony Hawk, apparently.
Yeah. We really didn't even get to see anybody's powers at least that first group. We didn't get to see any of their powers really, because
Javelin didn't even throw the javelin.
Oh, exactly. Like he was holding a javelin.
Like, they didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, and Boomerang lit up after he was dead. Like, did he throw his boomerang?
Oh yeah,
he
decapitated a couple.
Okay, so and then Mongao, she grabbed the helicopter
and killed everybody
and
killed herself. Yeah, killed
Mm-hmm.
herself. She killed Boomerang for sure. But I mean, all of them was like just such a waste of space. And I get it afterwards, right? When they say, "Oh, it was supposed to be a distraction."
Yeah.
Did you have to kill them all? Like, the way the advertise it is like all of them are like featured. It was very confusing.
Yeah, it was very misleading.
Yeah.
And I understand the trying to, because I guess they were ultimately a diversion for us too. Because we're all focused on all of these characters being the mains of the movie, and then
that was bullshit.
Yeah, it was. I'm not.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Yeah, like I said, I checked out at some point.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't boring enough for me to check out. Like I don't feel that way, honestly. Like,
well, that's because you took a break, Megan.
But that was later. I was already like maybe I think I took a break after like maybe 45 minutes before it ended, because like I said, I went to dinner. But food is always more important.
No, that's around the time I checked out though.
But I feel like it was way too long. Like it should have ended earlier. Mm-hmm. They had that Thor the Dark World feel, which is like, like it should have ended at some time, and I was like,
I'm sitting here going, Hemsworth was in this.
He might have been shit, like everyone else was, but I didn't think it was boring. Honestly, I thought it was like it had its like funny moments. I did because I did find myself laughing at certain things that happened. I was paying attention. Some of it was really cheesy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And I feel like in this one they gave the team more of a story. At least we got to learn more about the characters.
Yeah.
The first one I was like, okay, they're fucking dead. I don't care. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As where this one I was like, oh, I hope Sebastian doesn't die.
Yeah.
The rat.
I was like, who's Sebastian? Yeah, I forgot.
He was so cute.
I know. I like the rat a lot.
I was like, oh, the baby. Yeah. But like everything else, like I don't know, I didn't find it boring. It was nice to actually see some color to it, which was the first one was just gray. Like it just felt like it was like nothing to actually catch your eye, nothing to keep your eye focused on anything. Where this one they had the
Polka
contrast.
Yeah, Polka Dot Man.
I liked him. But he was kind of my favorite character.
No,
But-
I completely agree with that. By the way,
But like,
yes.
they had color contrast where the suits were really bright and
Yes.
vibrant, and everything around them was darker,
Yeah.
a little more gray. So I did enjoy that.
Yeah. And that was, especially with the first team, they were the most colorful.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, I guess all the teams, so in the beginning, especially with Javelin, with Savant, they did have like very distinct looks. Harley Quinn had her red and black look going on too. There was some great colors and great costume designs, right? Like I talked about with what's his name, Immortus, that I didn't feel like his costume was enough, and I feel like these costumes, even though they were a little over the top, but they were very comic book style. Yeah, like it was pretty interesting. Even Mongal, she was full on orange with purple, awesome. But she went away. They went away.
There was no character development on any of them. It was just
Yeah, the first team was just a waste basically. But
Savant had a moment,
except for Weasel, poor Weasel. That was the only thing. He killed 27 kids.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I mean, but Weasel lived.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's gonna go kill some more children.
Oh my god, on the island. Well, there you go.
on the
Yeah,
island.
yeah.
Is there anyone else on the island
Because
left?
he can't swim.
No,
What
he
was
can't
Savant's
swim.
power, by the way? Do we know?
He's like
A weapons expert.
Yeah, he's basically like
Deadshot.
and
Deadshot, Bloodsport,
and
Deathstroke, Peacemaker.
Like he's basically like that. He's Batman's foe.
It just it got me thinking that DC, I feel like, has a lot of the same type of characters that are all like weapon specialists. Because in this one alone, we had Savant, we had Bloodsport.
The Van Damme movie.
Yeah, Bloodsport. Oh yeah, Bloodsport, and then we also had Peacemaker, and they were all basically the same type of power, quote unquote, that they had.
I really enjoyed John Cena.
Me too. I enjoyed John
Down
Cena
boy.
too.
I mean, in the movie. Jesus.
I was talking about the movie too.
I just heard the under the table.
That's exactly what it was. Because there was that scene where John Cena was just in underwear and
In his tidy whities.
And it was super out of
That's
control.
racist.
And it was super out of control. He looks very short, by the way.
I think he's like 5'10" or 5. No, is he 6 foot?
Is he that tall? Because he looked really short,
It
but
might
like
just be
nothing but
because of
muscle.
his
I've
muscular-
always thought he was
his
short.
muscular.
Like kind of stocky, like
Yeah.
muscle. Which I mean, I'm all for it.
okay.
With him. Yes,
it's okay.
in tidy whities and all. But yeah, they had it. And then if you even think about Deadshot,
He's 6 foot.
He's 6'1".
oh 6'1", and then you think about Deadshot from the previous movie, and Deadshot basically had the same power. That's where I was going with the whole interchangeable power. They're all basically the same character.
And that was actually a thing. I was listening to James Gunn or whatever, I think, or an article by James Gunn. I was listening to something.
Yes.
Anyways, I did some work, but basically that's what he was going for. That like that's the thing that like these characters are basically the same. Because Savant, and then you have Peacemaker, and then you have Bloodsport. Because if you listen to like, there is like when she's talking
Waller.
about, Waller. Sorry, when she's talking about Bloodsport, she's giving his backstory, and then she's giving Bloodsport the backstory to Peacemaker, and he's like, "What? That's the exact same story."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, because
Yeah.
they do the same thing. So Savant does the same thing as well.
Wow.
So.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see it. Well, he killed the bird.
They did kind of exactly. They did kind of do an intro, but it was kind of lame too. Like it didn't really go where they wanted it to go.
I did like the soundtrack. Again, for me, it's like soundtrack kind of it helps. It keeps you in the moment.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
It was the right pace for the movie for sure.
Yeah. It's not everything's all folk and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Also, Viola Davis is a great actress. Like,
Yeah. You hate her.
Oh, absolutely.
in the movie,
But I
yes.
love her. Like, don't get me
Right.
wrong.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
absolutely love her.
Right.
But yeah, you hate her in this movie. I'm like, Waller. Wow.
As Waller. Yeah, like
and you know what? And
Psycho.
she's more intense in this one.
Yes.
A lot
She's
more.
more intense.
Yeah.
I do remember in the first one. Again, the first one was just really bland. Like, but this one, like, she's a lot more intense, a lot more mean.
Yeah, I like the fact that the story fits what they would have the Suicide Squad doing.
Mm-hmm.
Although then again, I feel like Starro was wasted.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been more focused around Starro than
If they were gonna use Star, like I think Starro was just wasted in a Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
Because that's definitely a bigger villain.
Yeah.
That's you give Superman Starro.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like it would have been a bigger like for one of them as opposed to. But then what would have been the story though ultimately because there wasn't a lot of
Both
story to
aliens,
it.
so.
No, but in this one, you definitely could have made it a little more realistic, more grounded.
Yeah,
Done a
more
a
about
spy
that.
thriller type thing.
Yeah,
With
okay.
the suit,
More focused around the militarization of that island, right? Because there was that family that got taken out
Yeah.
and replaced by Luna in it for a while.
Yeah, like you could have gone that way. I just think if you were gonna if they were gonna go with the story that they went with,
Mhm.
Starro just shouldn't have been that because I mean Starro's just a very big, strong villain that again you're in a world where Superman exists, right?
Yeah,
So,
why isn't he there? Yeah,
it's like why exactly?
Yeah.
You're giving these characters these Avenger level threats.
yeah,
You know,
right. Makes
That
sense.
it doesn't make sense for them to be the ones fighting it.
Yeah.
Like in the first one when we mentioned
But
The
Starro is something that they fought in the comics, and I think that's what they were looking for because it's. Actually, never
Because I
mind. It
always
was
remember-
fought by. They were fought by the Justice League. I think it was like
Yeah.
the first villain for the Justice League. So I think that's what they were going for. But again, like if you have the Justice League fighting
Exactly.
them, like
Yeah.
how are they going? Besides polka dots,
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
who else can actually?
Yeah.
I did love that scene though where they're in the club and he's dancing with the women and all of a sudden like all the
They're
women
all
are
his
his mom.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that was-
yeah.
Wow.
What's his name? Bloodsport.
Idris
Bloodsport.
Elba.
Okay, Bloodsport. I like Idris Elba
I like
a lot.
him a lot,
Yeah, he
too.
was a lot of fun, and he was pretty funny too. Like I didn't because he seemed like normally he plays like a pretty
Yeah.
serious character, but he was really entertaining, especially the banter between him and like Peacemaker or him and even the. I guess the polka dot man at one point when they were when he was telling them what to do and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was a lot of fun. He was interesting. The Peacemaker scene that I was thinking about right now that with Bloodsport when he goes sometimes they like what they have special like they blow up in special ways and that's why he goes damn it he's right or something like that. You know? Like,
when he says nobody likes to show off.
oh yeah.
Unless what they're showing off is cool as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So
right.
you had the better quote. Yeah, he's right. Fuck.
No, and you know what? That whole entire scene right there was hilarious to
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
Like they're just killing everybody.
And it was so
with-
well shot.
Yeah.
killing everyone with such ease. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was
Marvel, take
funny.
notes.
And then
There
you get
was
to
no
the
one out
end,
there.
and they're just like, why haven't my men alerted me? Like there was no people when we got here. Like because it's just massacred everyone.
Well, because it turns out that they weren't even bad guys.
Yeah.
they were killing a bunch of good guys. You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, there was a penis shot in this scene.
Yeah, there was.
I was all for it.
That was funny too because I was like, because first of all, I thought the man was wearing underwear. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't see first of all until he fell
Wow,
back.
that poor guy.
Well, until he fell back,
Yeah.
and then
And you
like,
saw the flop?
You just saw the flop.
I told Frank, I was like, was he hanging dong? And he's all like, yes. What?
Megan had to rewind.
Yeah.
I did not.
I had to rewind. But it was funny. It was funny, but it didn't. It was like, what was the point of it? It was just a dick shot for no reason. That was the only thing. But that whole scene was a good scene. It was funny. It was crazy the way they were. I wish we would have saw more of like Ratcatcher like doing her thing.
Yes.
In that situation too, because we did see again. We saw Bloodsport and we saw Peacemaker a lot in that scene. And they were all taking people out. We saw the shark do something too. King Shark do something. Polka Dot Man just did like one thing at the end too.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't enough of Ratcatcher who just kind of scared people with their rats. Why didn't they eat people or something?
I like the rats. They're cool.
No, they're cool, but they didn't do anything with her in
And
that scene.
she was a really good character too.
She
was.
fun to
She
watch.
was.
She was. They had a good story for her too.
Yeah.
I liked her and Bloodsport. They were the main characters of the movie.
But Peacemaker's the one getting his own series.
Yeah.
Apparently, it didn't make sense. And
Well,
then,
it's John Cena. That's why.
but yeah, those two were to me were the Harley and the Deadshot of the previous movie, because to me Harley Quinn didn't really do the job.
Anything.
Yeah,
like she was. I mean, she was cool. Like in the shots that they did
Yeah.
have for her, like like she's like, I would do the right thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And she
and
kept her
just
accent.
murder. Like she's
Yeah.
like, I would just murder them.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, she's right. I mean, but she was good in the scenes that she was in because Margot Robbie, right? But
Yeah. As Harley Quinn, yes.
She didn't have too much screen time.
It was like two separate movies.
Yeah.
That we got the Suicide Squad, and then we got a Harley kind of movie playing at the same
I feel
time.
like they just kind of put her in there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a little disjointed.
Yeah. I don't get why they weren't just a team, like through most of the movie, she was, to me, she made the first movie, and Deadshot too, right? Because you don't really remember all the rest of them, right? So those two did really good, and I know Will Smith's not. I mean, some people don't like Will Smith, but this movie was more focused on Bloodsport and Ratcatcher than it was Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And she's a great character, great actress to play that character too. And
Have you watched
we
the
really didn't get
actual
her.
Birds of Prey yet?
Oh, I told you I tried.
Yeah.
And I just watched the heist movie. That was really good.
I just thought I'd ask.
Which, by the way, that movie also, it was called Birds of Prey. It was Harley Quinn, the Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It was a Harley Quinn movie. Like, why were
It
the
was.
Birds of Prey even in it? Like, and
I
I feel
think
like
they changed it, didn't they?
what happened?
They changed it to Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Or
they
Harley
changed the
Quinn's
name.
Emancipation.
No, because that was originally the name Birds of Prey.
The Emancipation of Harley
the
Quinn.
Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, but so it kind of was like this movie. It was like they just added these other characters. By the way, and you could tell that you're never going to see any of those actors playing those roles again.
Yeah.
Instead you just get Harley Quinn. The movie, it was just a Harley Quinn movie. That's all it should have been. But they tried to make it Birds of Prey, quote unquote, and it wasn't even a Birds of Prey movie, in my opinion. Because even like Black Canary didn't use her powers all but one time in that movie too. So, but. We move back to Suicide Squad. Yeah.
I didn't like when they burnt the birds. Like I was like, just let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like animal deaths. It bothers me a lot.
I get you.
But yeah, that was probably like the only thing where I was like, fucking hate this movie. I want to turn it off right now.
Yeah.
But I get it. I mean, I get why it was done. It was just the fact that
To solidify that guy as a villain now,
I
which
just
we had like
wanted
3
to
or
say
4
it.
villains in this movie, by the way.
But he wasn't even like we only saw him for that, and then that
Yeah.
was it. And then I think he was making like some kind of power play, but he didn't last very long.
I don't even know who you guys are talking about. Right
Suarez.
The
Suarez.
general.
Yeah,
Oh.
the one that took over after Luna died or got killed by.
He ordered the
Harley Quinn.
birds to be burnt,
That was the first thing he did, was like kill birds.
and that pissed me off. No.
You don't
Yeah,
remember that scene?
No, not at all. Like, doesn't even sound familiar.
So there was a scene with Harley Quinn.
Is it because of government surveillances?
No,
birds aren't real?
no, it had nothing to do with anything. But there was a scene where Harley Quinn and I can only remember his last name is Luna. He was the one that
handsome
took
dude.
over.
Yeah.
They made love and they were in a bird paradise at one point, a bird cage with all the birds and stuff like that. And so after Harley killed Luna, then Suarez took over. And the first thing that he did was just decide to burn the bird cage with all the birds inside of it, saying, he just liked to play with his birds all the time. He liked to play with his birds all the time, and he was too caught up in the clouds as opposed to being trying to take over the world.
Okay, do you remember when they were torturing Harley?
Yes.
The not the guy with the phone that
Yeah,
she kills, but the other guy.
The
That's
older
the,
guy.
That's
Yeah, the older
I
guy.
figured that much out,
Yeah,
but
so
I
that's
just didn't remember
Okay,
that
then
scene.
don't ask.
Because I
Why
don't
why
remember
are we
him burning
going
the
through all this
birds.
for you? Anyways,
Shut up and do your job, Megan.
Jaime. Jaime, I didn't like that. All right,
It was
that shit was horrible.
It was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was very unnecessary.
But that's what I noticed a lot about the gore in the movie too. It was
was
unnecessary. Yeah, like it wasn't like, okay, let's talk about Deadpool. Yeah, I was gonna say Deadshot, but Deadpool.
Because Deadpool. Oh wait, are you talking about Deadpool?
I'm talking about Deadpool
Okay.
because like the movies are R-rated
Yeah.
and the gore kind of makes sense in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
This gore didn't make sense in this movie. I know it's 2 different universes, but it just the unnecessary gore, gratuitous gore. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary for anything.
But I feel like it added more to the movie as where we came from, like the last one, which really wasn't anything.
Yeah.
And this one was just overly done. But I like gore, so it just added to it, you know, like it was more like entertaining. I mean, some of them I was like, okay, this is a lot of overkill, but I mean, for the most part, it didn't bother me.
Like the Peacemaker scene, Peacemaker and Dead Sport scene.
Blood
Sport? His name is Bloodsport?
Yes.
You never watched the Van Damme movie?
Okay, I got it. Okay, the Bloodsport, they're all the same person. That's what I'm saying. Bloodsport and Peacemaker. That was a cool scene to have it in. Like, I mean, because it made sense for it, right?
But I get what you mean, because there was a point where I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, when they kind of like Mortal Kombated it, when they like when Peacemaker stabs Tony Hawk in the chest.
Yeah.
And you could see like him push the shard or whatever into
his
heart.
And then you could see his heart. Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, what the fuck is the point
what
of
was
this?
the point?
Like,
yeah.
Fatality.
And it wasn't even like real gore. I mean, not to say that any of it was real, but it wasn't even like realistic gore, because now we're inside of the motherfucker looking at his heart. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know? it was like like when you watch, like, you ever watch the fatalities?
Yeah. And then like their jaws are breaking and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
yeah,
where's the guy? Is he gonna say it?
Right.
You know, and no. Right. So I was like, all right.
Like even the shot. Do you guys remember the shot where it's raining, like crazy raining? King Shark finds a guy and just like tears him apart.
Actually, that makes sense. Because King Shark gets more powerful with water. So water makes him stronger. So because, you know, I don't know if you noticed how it was raining, but it wasn't raining like normal rain.
It was like, crazy rain, yeah. Because they were like, you couldn't see them.
And that gives him the like more of a power, so it makes him more aggressive to just kind of tear somebody apart.
Cool, I didn't know that.
But
did they talk about that in the movie?
No, it's a King Shark fact.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's good. Thank you for teaching me about that. But it didn't make sense in that moment to me because of the way he just like tore some guy apart for no fucking reason.
And I get that because again, that's like something like they should at least explain it, or they should have explained it when they gave him you know, the backstory,
his story. And there was a quick story like, he gains powers from reading freaking water.
Exactly. They should have added it into it, because if you don't know these things, you don't know. I know this because
you read it.
Well, I read it because because I like King Shark in the Flash series. Yeah. So I went back and I was like,
oh, cool.
Yeah. You know, like, so, and I had looked it up back then, but other than that, like, I would have known that. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? What's going on with King Shark? You know?
Yeah.
Couldn't he have done this earlier?
Like, like, why is he just eating people?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but
yeah, King Shark I think he was underused as well.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear more Stallone.
Okay. He was. I mean, it could have been anybody.
It could have.
It could have been anybody.
But so could Groot.
It could have been anybody. Yes, right.
But can you imagine Groot without Vin Diesel? Well,
I guess.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Not Baby Groot or the other Groot.
Not Baby Groot. Baby Groot's so adorable.
I don't like Vin Diesel.
Nobody likes Vin Diesel.
Okay, well, I don't care. I don't want him there.
You don't like Bradley Cooper either.
I don't like Bradley Cooper. Oh, Rocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't start, man. Getting teary again.
I know how to get Megan's heartstrings.
Oh,
just Rocket.
We could have had more King Shark too. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He just wanted a family, guys.
What did you think about Peter
Rocket?
Capaldi?
Not
Rocket?
Peter Capaldi.
And then what was
I don't know what the hell. Like, I don't remember a single line he said.
He was so, because what I heard was that he was a different thinker from like the more recent or whatever universe
iteration,
or whatever.
Okay.
And so they just called him. They had a name for him in the thing.
They called him the Thinker.
Yeah, but they were actually using his name.
Okay.
And the Thinker that's not his name.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so they were just like, he's from a different universe, so he's not the Thinker that we are supposed to know, basically, which I didn't like.
What was ultimately his role aside from trying to control Starro, right? How did he use his powers?
Did he rape Starro, guys?
I think
he
so.
did. Because they even said that at one point. He violated us.
Yes. I wrote that down. I was like, is he raping the starfish?
Well,
like,
I don't know if the starfish, but maybe the women
is another name for a
butthole.
So he was raping Starro?
Yes.
It seems like it because
that's what we're going with.
How?
Well, no, I think they meant like the women that were possessed by sorrow, or like you know how like some of them like they had to start. So he did say that they were violated. Like one of them did say, "Oh, he violated us."
But sorrow talks
through them.
Through them.
So well, that's why. So if he violates one of the women that is possessed by sorrow, then it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, like it's kind of the same thing.
I just took it as he was raping the starfish. I was like, ugh, like poor starfish. I was like, kill them all, like, my God, poor starfish.
It was like it was like I don't know what his power is. Do you know what his power is, Megan? Like I'm just saying.
He's just really smart. Like he's always a step ahead.
Oh, was Thinker in Flash as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember he was with his wife
and his hovercraft.
Yeah, and his little hover. And then like his wife ended up like.
He was a genius.
I think I was still watching during those episodes.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Like, it was a good series. It was a whole arc.
Yeah, it was great.
I vaguely remember that.
He put Flash in jail. If you guys you know what? If you haven't watched the Flash by now, I don't know what you're doing. But anyways, he put Flash in jail. That's why he went to jail.
Right.
Like
the Thinker,
he set him up because he set up his own death and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not the Thinker that's supposed to be in this one. I think he's like. This is like another one or whatever.
Well, I mean, he's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
But that's why I didn't enjoy it. Like, and I do like Peter Capaldi.
Yeah,
I love Capaldi.
He was such a throwaway character. Yeah, like he just got ripped apart too.
They were all throwaway characters.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I understand it's called the Suicide Squad, right? I understand that.
Not Sebastian.
Also, wait, that got me thinking. Why the hell did they blow up Savant, even though they wanted him to go kill himself? In the beginning,
because he was running away.
I know, but he was gonna die either way. So Waller was gonna kill him because he ran away, but she wanted him to run into the battle where he was gonna die anyway.
Yeah,
stupid. It was stupid. It was really dumb. So Capaldi, yeah, he did nothing in the movie. He just
like
got
I said, I remember him walking.
Yeah,
I don't even remember him talking.
Very just very proper, I guess, is the way he was walking. And then just very stiff the whole time. So even the way he was moving was very like stiff.
And that was the thing is that then if he knew that there was like Americans on the soil, wasn't Bloodsport like Australian? Anyways, but
he wasn't even he was an American.
Yeah, but I don't whatever. But you know, like if he knew, like if he's the thinker and he's so smart, like because the things in his head help him think, right?
Yes.
Why didn't he like know, or you know, like he should have had like he should have knew that they were gonna come to the like place he frequents, right? So I didn't understand that, and I'm like, okay, well then what is his power then? Like it doesn't make sense that this isn't like the Thinker and you have no thinking abilities.
Yeah. Like Thinker from The Flash had a plan set in place for the future, you know, like for everything.
That saga was infuriating.
Yeah, because it's like, how do you beat this guy? Like, there's no way. I don't know. They really didn't do much with him. I like Soria. I think what's her name? Soria, the leader of the Resistance. Yeah. And then what was that story?
She was there.
Yeah, she was cool.
She was in it.
She was interesting though, but she was interesting. But I mean, she was interesting, but like because there was like no story behind. Like she was in the movie, you know, like
she was there. She was in focus. She was in a few scenes.
But she's a good actress for what she was in.
I'm sure she is.
Okay.
But I mean, that's not her fault. That's the story's fault. There was no story.
And I like James Gunn.
But so was it James Gunn that wrote this story though?
But the thing is that there was a story. There was just too many stories.
Too many stories.
And that's the thing is that there was a story, and there really was. And if you followed one of them, it was actually interesting. Like when you follow like the actual like the team itself, it was good. Like I really enjoyed the backstory to Bloodsport, and I enjoyed the backstory to Ratcatcher 2. I thought they were.
It's Ghost. No, it's children. I'm just kidding.
Shoot them.
No, oh my god.
Where's Weasel?
Oh my god. Those are our neighbors, guys.
Okay.
Do you want a quieter apartment?
Oh my god. Yes.
We're just trying to help.
Thank you.
But you know, I did enjoy those stories. Like, and then like first of all, Taika Waititi is like everything. I love him.
Was he in this movie?
Yeah, he's the heroine father. The Ratcatcher one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I knew he looked familiar.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I just like him. That's why.
Yeah, because I know Sean Gunn was Weasel.
Okay.
He is,
Yeah.
and he's
James Gunn's brother.
he's
Wow.
what's his name? I forgot. It's another villain. He's right there, like in line.
Oh, that's right, because I remember seeing him.
Mhm. He's right there. But anyways, what was I saying? And yeah, but if you followed like the story of like the actual team and you followed them,
If you cut 45 minutes out of this movie, you're saying.
it's good. Like honestly, like the story is good. But then you have another story, and that's Harley Quinn's story.
Yep.
And hers is good too. Like, you know, it's interesting. It's cool. Like, you know, she's insane. She's a little more insane, and I like that. You know, like she's supposed to be like that, and I really enjoyed that too. But then you have everything else going on. Okay, this like island is getting taken over. Like they had a coup and all that, and that's an interesting story in itself.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the coup goes with the rebel fighters, you know, and that's all interesting too. But when you put them all together, it's way too much to follow.
Much. Yeah,
like,
that's true.
And then, but not only that, and then we have a giant ass starfish.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, these are all cool
Yeah.
in their own ways.
Yeah.
But when you put them together, it's too much.
Too much.
It's an overload, you know, and you're just kind of like, how does this all go together?
It's
you know?
disjointed.
Yeah. But honestly, like the stories are there. It's just too many.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I can't. It's better than what we have been seeing from DC. It just is. Like besides Wonder Woman, the first one,
Shazam,
I really like Shazam. But everything else has like their stories
like Birds
are
of Prey.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I still haven't seen it.
Well, and to be honest,
me,
I
it's a
kind of
heist
like.
movie.
Yeah.
And you liked it.
But
Yeah.
yes, and
There you
know,
go.
people died at the beginning at an opera show. It was great. You should have saw it.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I like kind of like Birds of Prey too. I just know that it wasn't really a Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah.
You know, that's still what gets me.
It was
about
titled wrong, but
It was
still a good
titled
movie.
wrong. It should have just been a Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah.
It would have been okay with just Harley Quinn, and she met the ones that would become the Birds of Prey someday. You know, along the way.
Yeah, because I liked Huntress in that. I just like Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Canary was really cool too, though.
Who's that?
She was Huntress in the movie.
She hasn't seen it.
Oh,
Mary Elizabeth Winstead is
If that's-
Ramona Flowers.
Oh, I hate
Scott
Ramona
Pilgrim?
Flowers.
Is it Ramona Flowers?
She's such
It
a
is.
terrible person. But no,
I
not
like
the
Ramona
actress,
Flowers.
the Ramona
Yeah.
Flowers. She's such a bad person.
She is a bad person.
Yeah.
She is a bad person.
But she was trying to
I would
become a
still
better
take that
person.
down.
No,
Oh
she
my
wasn't.
God.
She was just a terrible person.
She said she was. She said like I've definitely done some bad things and I've been the one to break everybody's heart and I know that, but I'm trying to change that. She did say that.
She's
at a
still a
certain
bad person.
we learned that Megan does not forgive.
point. At all. At all.
Once you're
Yeah.
on her shit list,
That's
You're
it.
out of a will.
Even Ramona Flowers. Every time I say Ramona, I want to say Ravona because of Loki.
wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, but again, it was cheesy.
Yeah.
It was cheesy. There was a lot going on, but overall, it was okay. Like I'm not gonna watch it again. I wouldn't pay for it.
I probably should watch it again because I don't remember any
Well,
of this.
and I didn't like it. I liked it
Do the
less.
goddamn work for your own goddamn show.
That's
dude.
why I got you two.
No,
We need you to make
I was
notes.
smart. I was
Hey, you know,
smart before
last
I picked.
episode was
I'm not
really
getting
good because you
paid
had
for
notes.
it, and then you don't let me eat snacks, right? And I
Oh my
don't know.
God.
It's ridiculous. At least let me eat snacks. But yeah, honestly, it's not like I wouldn't pay for it, and if it's on, then it's on. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be paying attention.
Like
to
it's
it.
on HBO Max.
Like, I
might as
already
well.
watched it. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I don't need to watch it again. It's okay. It has its funny moments, and
It did.
I think it had actually. I think the comedy was really well written into it.
And well
and-
executed.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
And they play off each other really well. The team,
Yeah.
the team,
Mhm.
they play off each other really well.
Yeah.
And I liked it. So
Yeah.
that's fine. Like I don't really have too much to say that's like, oh, this is horrible. No, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's just watch it and it's not that bad.
Like the first time I think I liked it more the first time than the second time that I saw it. Just because I think, well, at that point, like, it was already like, dang, there's already a lot going on in my head about it. You kind of talked about the colors earlier, and I did like that there was more colors, but the way that they kind of incorporated the colors in certain points didn't make sense. Like, there was that whole Harley Quinn scene where she was like fighting the people in the hallways, right?
Oh,
and then she just started bursting out
flowers.
into flowers.
Okay, so what that's supposed to be is what's
Her
going on in
psychosis?
her head. Yeah, it's what's going on in her head.
They should have done more of that through the movie then in the beginning
and
to kind of
I
give that
definitely
idea.
agree, because I wouldn't have understood that.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't hear like what he was like trying to go for.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing, is that when you watch something, you're not trying to go back. A lot of people don't do that. They're not trying to listen to what's happening, like, you know, why this happened. They're just like, oh, this is stupid. Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
What's going
sense.
on?
Like, there were birds flying and flowers flying, and it didn't make sense for the movie. There was also that other scene where King Shark found all those little creature things that ended up trying to like eat him at a certain point too.
So cute.
And they were cute, but they were colorful, and then it's like, what the fuck are they? You know, like,
they're another alien species that they were like testing on or whatever.
But
But I get it. No,
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have like things that you kind of have to explain a little more.
what was the whole point of that scene with King Shark? Like, it was just like
He
to like
was just
show him
trying
the
to,
water,
like
like,
he
eventually.
was just trying to like make friends, because it just kind of showed like how he was really lonely. Even like in the beginning, like, you know, he didn't have friends until what's her name was like, oh, let's be friends, you know.
Yeah.
She's so cute, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
But,
Ratcatcher. Yeah,
Yeah, she's adorable.
Yeah.
I really liked her.
I liked her a lot.
But yeah, so he didn't have very like many friends, and he was trying to like just, I don't know, like
Make
they
friends
made
with these
him
random
really,
fishes.
really, really dumb.
Yeah, King Shark in the TV series wasn't dumb like that
and
either.
he's really not supposed to be that
Yeah.
dumb, like, to that point.
I mean, he's a
because
god. He's a descendant of gods.
Yeah,
is what they were
he's
saying.
the son of the shark god.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a little bit weird, but
Yeah.
I mean, I did enjoy him. I did like him. But and then I noticed too that like those creatures could pierce his skin,
Yeah.
as where everything else couldn't. Like when he was getting shot, like like it couldn't pierce his skin,
Yeah.
but those like alien creatures could. I don't know. It was a little weird.
But then it went nowhere with that too.
Yeah.
Like, what was the whole point? I did really enjoy the Polka Dot Man. His story.
Yeah. It was tragic.
It was tragic. His powers were badass.
It was fun.
Like, it was, and that the color fit so perfectly into that type of situation. Like the whole pop and the way he took things out. And then
He
they
was pretty
fucking.
strong.
Yeah.
He was
Very
badass. He was
powerful.
and then his final line, "Oh, I'm a superhero now," or something like that. And then they killed the motherfucker. Like, what the heck?
That was awful.
I liked him. By the way, he was the only one of that crew, right? That, well, aside from Flag, that ended up dying of that group.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because they were a separate group that came in, and he's the only one that died. And why? There was no reason to even kill him. He could have helped more, but they were just like, let's just crush this bitch. Because even King Shark didn't die. You know, like, King Shark went to go eat the Starro, and he came back anyway. He was still alive. So what was the point of killing Polka Dot Man? And he was pretty cool to me. I
Because
liked
those
him.
effects are expensive, man.
But that's
But it was over at that point. It was already done.
Yeah, but they can't bring him back for a
would've
second one.
Well,
Can't afford it.
It would have made more sense for him to stay alive and help defeat
Yeah.
Starro, because he's the only one that actually had the power.
to do it. Yeah.
Like, he was the only one that was able to like cause damage
Yeah.
from the outside.
Yeah.
I think
exactly.
I think the reason he died was because to keep his story tragic. You know, to give him his own little redemption, like, and then I'm a superhero. You know, like, I'm doing something right, and then that's when he goes.
that whole emotional attachment to him. I mean,
because that was the only characters whose death mattered.
Yeah.
To the audience at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Because
From
not
the
even Rick
beginning.
Flag had it.
From the beginning,
He
he was
didn't.
like, he was really.
He was the emotional
something-
attachment.
Yeah, and you know he. I started laughing because he was like,
And
they're
then we're
like,
gonna
oh,
kill Sebastian.
I hope we like are we gonna die? And then
I hope
everyone's
so.
like, no. He's like, I hope so. And I'm like,
that's a
get
very
it.
Megan thing.
Yeah.
Get it? Right? Like, yeah. So I just thought, I was like, yeah. And then when they're like, oh, I thought you were the crazy one. He's just like, I am.
Yeah.
You know. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. It was just certain little things like that where I just found kind of like sad, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's awesome. Like, and then I liked him, but I like Sebastian more. He was so cute.
Yeah.
Is that rat waving at me?
He was so cute. I thought he was like,
Yeah.
gonna die, and I was crying.
He was
like,
giving
no!
leaves to people too. It was so
I
cute.
know,
Yeah,
it was adorable.
yeah. And then ultimately, Ratcatcher ends up kind of helping take down Starro, but then Harley Quinn helped out a little bit by piercing Starro's eye.
And I didn't understand that. Like, what the fuck? Like,
With the javelin.
Why is she going inside his eye? Like, how does she know to go inside his eye? First of all, and second, it's
because
just
video game logic, Megan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she survived the whole building collapsing, and somehow, which by the way, if you think about it, then technically Harley Quinn is also a weapons expert. Like that's just like she's another one of Bloodsport in the movie of Peacemaker.
They could have just thrown in Deathstroke at that point.
I mean, dude, honestly, he's Deathstroke to me. Like they're all the same damn characters, and I think about it, it's like, man, all of these characters are the same. Like why isn't it even in my video game? And that's why I got them confused. Like it's basically the same character in all of them. And ultimately my opinion was like it was okay. Well, at this point I've already seen it twice. I'm not gonna watch it a third time.
Really?
It's exhausting.
Sure?
Well, because I wanted to
Still
make
watching
notes.
Army of the Dead?
No, I gave up on that movie. There's no more answers.
Well, are you gonna watch the sequels or the prequels?
I mean, I feel like I have to. Just to kind of try to understand something. Like my life feels incomplete. But this movie was, for me, probably like a C minus, maybe a D.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. It was okay.
I would go with just a solid C, because it's not something that, again, it's not something I'd watch again. It's not something that I would like go out of my way to just be like, oh, let's watch.
Would you recommend
it? I would say just watch it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you have to watch this movie. It's like, nah, just I mean, give it a chance if you're bored.
Yeah, if it's on.
It's on HBO Max, might as well.
Do you have HBO? Yeah. Are you bored? Yeah, well, just watch it.
Just watch it.
It's fun. It's fine. Like, it's fun for the moment. You have a good time. Like, you have some laughs. But if you're gonna try to watch it in like depth and like, let me watch this, creative stroke of genius, probably don't watch it.
Yeah, you mean like Justice League?
Oh God. I did that to myself.
The masterpiece. I still get so stuck on people saying that it was a masterpiece. I'm like,
people are still like, oh, it's
crazy.
So good, and I'm like,
yeah,
ooh,
we want more.
Like, what do you? Why?
Not just that, another Ayer cut.
Yeah, we were talking about that last time. Imagine we get an Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. Why?
I'm not watching that.
Why?
Like,
Are we gonna get a Tim Gunn cut of this Suicide
James Gunn?
Whatever his name is. Tim Gunn. It's a Project Runway.
Make it work.
I would take a Tim Gunn version of this movie. Anyway, James Gunn. Sorry. Fashion was in my head, apparently.
All right.
What did you think, Jose, overall? What was your take?
He doesn't have an opinion because he didn't even watch it.
I checked out. I really did.
Yeah, so,
I just checked out. I know I checked out at some point.
Yeah.
Some of the scenes you guys were talking about, I'm like, I know I watched it. I was there.
Yeah.
Do your actual fucking job.
I lost interest.
Yeah.
It got boring, and then it was so disjointed. And like you said, there's so many stories going on that at some point I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I stopped caring about all the characters. I do think Polka Dot Man was a great character.
Yeah.
The characters of the main team were
great.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah, like they were really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like John Cena, but then that whole twist at the end where John Cena starts fighting,
being the bad guy.
Yeah, and I was just like you're definitely doing too much. Like I understand why.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a total turn of the character, and like this isn't. This is just
he's fighting
it makes sense. It does. It makes sense. But to me, it was just you're adding more.
Yeah.
More to a movie that's already packed.
Yeah. That whole team, the whole Suicide Squad, could have just been the reason why they were there to destroy the data, and it wasn't even that. It was like they had to pick out that one guy specifically. The Peacemaker for whatever, but it didn't make sense.
Yeah, but like I said, John Cena was great.
Yeah.
Idris Elba, always great.
Honestly, everyone was great. It was just too much of a story.
Yeah.
Like, no one did a bad job. Like, I didn't sit here and I'm like, oh.
Well, aside from the first team, but they didn't even do a bad job. They just died.
They didn't do a bad job.
showed up.
They did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
But Pete Davidson's face getting blown off. I mean,
do you hate
Pete?
I really don't like Pete Davidson.
Oh, okay.
Who is he?
He's from SNL.
Blackguard?
No, I mean, who is he?
Yeah, he's from SNL.
Yeah.
I've never.
He dated
he's
Ariana
a stand-up.
Grande.
I don't know Ariana Grande.
He's
You
a
don't know
stand-up
Ariana.
comedian. He's not very funny either.
Okay. I don't know. I don't. Okay.
You're not missing much.
Okay.
Just you're better off like this.
Okay.
You're better off ignorant.
I don't hate Pete Davidson, but I can see why people hate him.
Yeah, not a fan.
Okay.
Yeah, but again, everyone was great. Like everyone did their job. Like because you had a lot of actors that were like A-list actors, and like they gave great performances. It's just too much. That was it.
I agree with that.
Again, Viola Davis is just amazing, honestly.
Yeah, she is.
She's just, I love her. But, yeah, like, she just, everyone, it was just a lot of story. That was too many stories, different stories.
Yeah.
And they didn't mesh well together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just it, honestly. It wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't bad, though. Like, it was okay.
I'd say C minus.
Like, C minus for me, too.
Like, if you guys are just, like, going to watch something, just watch it.
Yeah.
But if it's not like on your list, then you don't need to put it on there. I mean, eventually if you come across it, just watch it then. But
I actually think I might like it better the second time because now I know what I'm expecting. Because I think I was just expecting different, and the way it all started with that whole diversion, and then I was like, all right. So, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
wait, now what?
Yeah.
Oh, and that was another thing too. I'm not a fan of like the whole like let's title every single act thing.
Yes.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. Like let's just say like if you're
Forgot
watching like let's say who does that I can think of. Oh, like what is it? A Dogma, right? Don't they do that?
Yeah.
Like right?
That's right.
But he does it like he doesn't do it every single thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a little thing, or like I think Tarantino does it too, right?
Definitely a Tarantino thing.
But it's not like, oh, let's name every single second or part or whatever. And this one was a lot of it.
There was a lot of it.
I just didn't enjoy it. I was like, oh my god,
like Jotunheim and
Yeah.
Operation Harley and all this stuff, and the time warping also. By the way, like the way the time kind of moved.
That was kind of weird, right?
It was weird, and I
Yeah.
think that's what threw off,
Yes,
like in the
because-
whole beginning of the movie as well.
Yeah, again, because I at some point checked out,
Yeah.
and then when I checked back in, I was like, hold on, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm a fan of like movies or stories when let's say it's like this is happening, but then you go back
they Fight
and you
Club
show
or Pulp Fiction.
yeah, like, and then they show back like Pulp Fiction, like when you go back and you show like what's happening simultaneously
Yeah.
at that time. I am a fan of that. I really like that. I think it adds more to it. But this time I was like, what the fuck? Like it just jumped around way too much, and then it either jumped around too much or it didn't jump around enough.
Yeah.
Because it just felt like they just kind of snipped things in there like that, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, and it also felt like whenever they would do that, usually when you do show two paths simultaneously, when you go back and show like what was going on at that same time, those things eventually clash, and like it makes both paths make sense. But in this one, it just
The only time it made sense was at the end when they're showing Bloodsport come down from the building.
And then Ratcatcher's about to get shot.
And he saves Ratcatcher.
Oh.
Like that's like the only time where it does make sense, because you're seeing what happened, like what caused the explosion, basically.
Yeah.
But before that, I was like, what the fuck? Like I wasn't a fan of that. And then again, the acts, like let's name every single act, and it wasn't even like, I don't know, too many acts, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what?
It was too long.
It was 2 hours and 12 minutes was what the movie.
I mean, I'm
said,
glad it's not a 4-hour movie, but nobody was stupid enough to make that.
Well,
I mean,
the re-release of it. So
please don't re-release this. I don't want to watch this again.
Yeah, I don't want the director's cut. I like James Gunn. I'm good.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I mean, there you have it. That's our review of this movie.
We're sad.
I'm not sad. It was okay. Again, I hope
perfectly
Weasel's
fine.
out there eating some children. That's what it implied, and I'm just hoping in my heart that that's what happened.
Population control, man. All right.
Population control of Jaime's neighbor.
Oh my god, my poor neighbor is quiet.
All right. Do you guys have anything else to add?
No.
No, I'm good.
All right. Join us next week when Oh, what if it's next week, huh?
What if it's coming? So exciting!
Bastards didn't let me talk about it last time.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy
And that's where we're gonna stop it before Megan starts going.
I'm gonna buy a little Captain Carter pop because I saw one. I'm excited for it.
All right.
What if?
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Again, thanks to Adolfo for making us sound as good as we do. If you do like this podcast, please go ahead and rate and subscribe. Write a review, however that works, because I have no idea. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.